Let's do something quick. I'll export it, render UVW template. If you do have a good computer, I would recommend doing like 2048 or any of those higher resolution textures just so that your work looks better and you could use it for showing in your portfolio. That's what I've been doing. So that's if you can. I mean, at school, you definitely should be able to do that. But here, let's export this, save image. Let's go to my downloads, wherever it is, my passport, job, 2, texturing, texturing, new, sample 1, there, sample parts base underscore diffuse. You can save it as PNG because it's the best. It is literally the best thing you could use. It's efficient. It enables transparency. There's no bullshit. It just does stuff. So you're gonna save it. Go there. Yeah, the transparency. You're gonna want this enabled. So like, I'll explain that later. But you go here. I'll open your thing. Where did I save it? Texturing 1, example, boom, diffuse. All right, now you're gonna be like, okay, but it's just the wireframe. Why didn't you do solid? Well, my friend, I didn't do solid because you use quick selection. Go here, you've already selected the entire thing, and we're gonna do this thing where you go find edge, and play around with this. And you might have heard them talk about this in class. It's a thing called bleed. It's when your texture bleeds into the model, like unwanted residue, whatever. So you're going to shift the edge outside of the texture like that. So just by playing around with this, you can achieve a pretty good system. Then you fill it. I've got my other references up there, so I'll kind of pull colors from the colors. I'll pull colors from that and just drop it on top. And this is useful because, you've got your line work on top. And, you know, like I said before about the cockpit, you can just trace it. Like, just go here, draw on top, do whatever, trace the cockpit, and you draw on there. This is going to be extremely crude and the worst example, but let's just, you know, so the cockpit's going to be black. You're going to put that there. And with the whole transparency thing, so, actually, no. Here's something pretty simple. You can select, you can select on the inside of the model. And what I'm going to do is create like kind of a futuristic looking cockpit. Using that, holding shift and being on this layer and selecting the inside areas. You can play around with this, but the best tolerance is around 12. You want anti-aliasing on, and yeah, point sample. Don't play around with this because it just messes everything up. Then you go here. We're gonna delete. We're gonna delete that. Like I said, we're gonna delete it. I don't know what that was. It's a little hurting, but let's just say that I know a way to fix that. You go refine edge, turn down the feather. I select remember settings because oftentimes I like to just get right down to business. There's contrast, edge. There we go. I got a futuristic looking panel thing here. You delete. Oh my god. You delete that. And let's say you wanted to do a thing where right? Where you just wanted to have details on this cockpit, right? So what I did was I still have my selection, you know, from the magic wand tool and the refine edge. And then what you do, you control shift I to invert the selection. Now you go shift alt. Oh no, shut your face. Get the hell out of here. Shift alt. Now you're going to make sure that the only thing that it selects is the area within this marquee tool. Just like that. Alright? So now it's not selecting the entire thing, it's only selecting that. Now, what I'm doing is basically just going here, there. Whoops. Make a new layer on top of that. We're going to fill it. Then we're going to go to blending options, do all this stuff. Bevel and emboss. Play around with this kind of thing. Change that. Sharpen. Size. And this is also the reason why I encourage working in like 4K or like 2K, is that you'll get much better pixel density. It'll look nicer. Textures. And so, yeah, you go derp, derp, derp. Cockpit. This is how I fly. Star Citizen, etc. Then there's your ship. Boom. Just shave that off. I know you asked how to texture, but this is a bonus round. It's probably 20 minutes. Sorry, but all right. So you did that. Save that as PNG. And that's your diffuse. You just copy over the thing that you exported. You've already got that information right here. Then you go back into your model. Now you're done with this. Go here. And what you're going to do is, I mean, you could apply your texture and all that stuff, but go here and, oops, I'm going to collapse all. Well, essentially what this does, you are saving the way that your texture is. So if you go yes, you're like, okay, there it is. That's what I do. Go here, drag and drop your thing onto there. Now you've got your beautiful ship, right? Boom. So it's all textured, like all the details are fine, except for all these guys. I'll explain that in a minute. So you go here, bring out a standard thingy, then here you're going to drag and drop this bad boy. Boom. Diffuse color. Then you're going to go there. Oh, it didn't show up. You're going to select Show Shaded Material in Viewport. Boom. Now, drag this down. And remember that thing I was talking about opacity? Well, you're going to put it there. Then you're going to go here. And go alpha. Now you can see inside of your ship. How cool is that? Right? I mean, it looks like butt, but whatever. It's fine. Actually change the cropping of it so that it's a little more tighter, I guess. Cropping placement. Width 0.1, I think. I think that's, wait, nope. I don't know. You just play around with it and, you know, you'll get the hang of it. I haven't, obviously, but, you know, if you just take time with your teachers, listen to them, do whatever. Also, another quick thing you can do, you can drag this in the bump, and because of what I did with the filter options here, go here, and you've got a bit of like, how do I do this? Perspective. I'm trying to show you the best way I could show you this. So that's your bump map. Perspective. Right. Configure viewports. Shade selected objects. Okay. Oh, I'm a derp. I forgot to do the most important thing. Adding specular level. So here it is. kind of got it like this very quick and dirty way of like adding specular to these little like just little bits of detail. I don't know why it's not showing up, but it these parts should be highlighting. They are actually, in fact. Well, the edges are, I guess. But yeah, that's a quick way to model. I know I kind of butchered it, but I'm still not even done. Jesus. Let's go back, finish these guys, and then I'll be done. So that, open UV editor. Right.